talk a little bit. We just ended our first segment of this week of the podcast today, which was the elite MDC tournaments here in Chicago and West Virginia. We're going to get into it from this week's games. Talk about some rec standings real quick. Keep it short so that way people can kind of see what we're talking about, see what's going to be happening, and kind of just go from there. We did restart the live. I saw that it was glitching a little bit. So we wanted to make sure to flip it over real quick. If you do want to get on tonight and talk some flag, tonight is the night to do it. We're going to kind of just go with it real quick. We got through with that. So hit us in the comments. We'll throw the chat up. I'll get you in if you want to say some stuff on here tonight. We'll get this going. Shout out to everyone who just tuned in the previous show. We got me and Jeremy here. We are going to the Memorial Day tournament. There's a lot of stuff going on, and you're looking at the teams and the aspect of everything. But then we're looking at also the bigger pictures. What follows the Memorial Day tournament is comps end of season. You got Rex playoffs, which that last week of Rec was insane. Jokers took down Wild Boys. Rumpelpig goes undefeated in their first season, which is in itself no one thought was going to happen.
No, it's huge.
And so, like, you're talking about just overall, the rec league this season has been intense. It's been crazy. And it's just, Rec's almost already filled up for the next season. These guys want to run it back. They're going out there, they're putting in these games, and they're fighting for this title. I mean, you're talking about the matchups for rec right now. Let me pull it up real quick before I continue talking. I just want to put some emphasis on the ending matchups you would not expect. You're looking at 8 times because remember in the rec every bracket's different, but in the rec the lowest seeds will end up playing the first seed because you have the playing game which is the 12 and 11, and then you have the 9 and 8 over on the other side, and then you have 10 in the wild card, and then Menergy in the 7. But basically you got 8 Town Spartans versus Intoxicated. Both of those teams have been putting some weeks when they're not. So you don't know who's going to come out of that one and end up playing only hands right after that. So you don't know what's going to happen there because one of those 3 teams will end up playing Rumple Picks that same weekend.
Wow.
So that's an interesting to see because the matchups, the way they kind of planned out. I mean, because you even have a all right, I'll send you a message right now because you even got Metal Militia and Black Mambas playing each other in the first round.
Wow. Like I said, no disrespect to those teams, but the top 4 teams in that division, kind of the ones that I feel like are going to be the last 4 anyways, depending on how the bracket breaks down. There's going to be a couple good games in the beginning, but like I said, I think the top 4, I think those are going to be teams battling it out at the end.
Well, you're talking about.
Go ahead.
No, you're talking about just in general. You're like by Midwest winning that game against Wild Boys, it gave them the second seed. You're talking about that top 4, so that bumps Wild Boys to that 3rd seed, which now they have to see Venom.
Right.
And then
better.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Venom's been playing better lately. So again, I know Wild Boys coming off of a loss, almost going undefeated for the season. Does that loss hurt them going into the playoffs? Who knows? I mean, like I said, Venom is kind of a hungry team. They haven't been playing their best ball, but they kind of, like I said, last couple of weeks have been trying to put it together. They come out, Wild Boys kind of, coming from that loss, do they keep on losing or do they change it around and actually win? That's going to be a good game.
Yes,
Speaking of someone for the Jokers right now, I mean, you're talking about who you guys might see, right? You're talking about caught-looking Bandits or Menergy. You guys might see one of those 3 teams June 2nd.
Light work.
So it's just but you say that, but any given Sunday.
Look.
You can. I think out of those 3 teams, I think, honestly, Menergy probably gives them the hardest fight, I think. That's my point.
Yeah, we struggled with Midge. That was our first game of the season.
I feel like
only
you
won
can't
6-0.
sleep on Bandits. I don't know about caught looking.
Look,
I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to expect from that team. I feel like you can sleep if you sleep on Bandits, though.
Here's the thing. We played Bandits. The thing with Bandits, like I respect their QB like crazy. Don't get me wrong. Defensively, bro, like they couldn't stop running water, bro. Like it just, and that was with me playing Q. Like we didn't even get the chance to play them with Alex. I like when I played them, it was just like a cakewalk, and that was like my second game playing QB against them. They can't stop me. I'm not like defensively. They can't like we contain their QB really well. Yes, he can make throws. I don't think that he has the supporting cast to like help him. Is the thing. Like he can only do so much. Like he can throw the ball to him, but can they make a play? Is the big thing. Um, so I don't know. I got confidence in my defense. Our defense is playing with mad confidence right now. Like they've been playing lights out. Phil actually been posting the videos, bro. Like they've been on their P's and Q's. So playing a QB like him, kind of I think would boost that QB even more,
And
boost that
and
confidence
here's the
even
thing:
more.
we're going to be seeing a lot more of those videos kind of emerge because now we're going to be kind of we're at the point of the season where all that stuff's going to start coming out towards this playoffs too. We're going to see a lot of those plays from early in the season where you guys seen the change in your guys' defense, and even after injury with Alex, but Alex is still out there. Look at one of those
He ca-
videos.
he came in for an extra point. That he got surgery today, FYI, for the chat. Everybody wondering. So he is officially like done. He literally was. He said it beforehand. He wanted to like. He knew he wasn't gonna be able to get on the field for a year or 9 months or whatever. And he was like, I just want to go and throw an extra point. So we had that already in our mind. Um, so with the opportunity presented himself, we put him on the field to do it for just the sole purpose of doing it. And it was actually a dot. Like, of course he got it. And of course he had to go out with a penalty thrown by yours truly, Commissioner G, up in this mud. But it was well deserved.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, he let him have it a little bit.
yeah,
He
he
got a little
did. You
wild
know he is. But hey, I
there.
know that saying we talk
The
sportsmanship, but
funny part is that you guys
I'm
were
not
like
mad at him.
everyone just looked at me. Were like, yeah, he did that shit. Like everyone just like agreed to it.
Yeah.
No one was like genuine. I felt like no one genuine man. But you're talking about in general. If you guys do though, like which team would you out of those three? Which team would you prefer to play though? Because you guys evidently at Olympic Park, which we're gonna see as well. We'll see that because I'll be there at Olympic Park on that day because 4TF and Dinos play right after that. But which team do you prefer to see out of those three?
You said it's Bandits, Kyle Looking, and Minergy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like to be completely honest, I probably would like. It's like, are you saying like who's the worst of them? Or who do we just want to play? Like, if you talk about like,
Like who would you prefer to play?
I really don't think you guys are worried about either all three teams, right?
that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to like, yeah, like I'm not trying to throw shade. Like, I personally like we're not like. I think the Minergy is a more well put together team. Like, so like
Right.
I don't even want to say that they're the better team. I just think that they're more organized to a certain extent because they've been playing together for a while.
No, that's
Bandits has what every team. Yeah, like we don't know if Call Looking gonna show up with 7, 6, 9. Like they just played their last game when they played with 6 players the whole game. You feel me? And I don't even think it was an early game for real. Like, and then like Bandits with them, it's just they got the position that you absolutely need to win games. The QB, like if you don't have a QB, like you're gonna struggle. Like they got the QB and they're still struggling because they don't have other surrounding pieces. So like I don't know. None of those teams like put fear in us. You feel me? Like each of them have their own asset. Like the Bandits has the QB. Mindry has like that team morale. Like they like always stay together. You feel me? Caught Looking. I don't know what they got, and that's all respect. I choose them to win like every week, and they lose. So I don't even know, bro. Like I'm not.
With shorthanded. So
Yes, and I want to keep picking them, but like that's the biggest thing, Jay. Like they need to show up with players. What are you gonna do in the playoffs? Like who can you count on if your team hasn't showed up? Are they? And you gonna like this next comment? Are they gonna go NFE and have like 30 people show up? And like I don't know. I have no idea, bro.
I was just about to say they have a
Do
roster.
we have to roster check them 3 times?
Well, unfortunately, after the first time, it is a $50 per roster check. So you got to have some money ready. If you're wrong, you're losing money. That's different in our league. Do you know? No offense to them. I did feel that was a little extreme, but you
I'm
started
trolling,
shit.
man. Just
You
know
started
that.
shit.
You know I'm trolling. I'm on that team, so no, like
I don't think nothing.
I play for you,
I
the
don't.
suspects. So.
I don't think nothing needs to be said about that in general. Besides, just go watch Gibbs' video. I felt like that explained that whole scenario.
You said
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Bad look. I gotta say.
Gib.
Wait, what'd you say? I broke out. I couldn't hear you.
I would say just go watch Gibbs' video, and it would pretty explain that whole situation.
Yeah, it was a bad look.
But like, I don't know. It is what it is. I think people make some troll marks, but we're gonna go into this tournament. I mean, here's the thing: is like once if you make those rosters public, you kind of have those a little bit different. I feel like people are more observant. In any case scenario,
Bobo?
I have no clue. This thing, that person usually pops in here maybe once or twice an episode, and I have no clue who it is. I'm pretty sure it's the same.
I've seen it a few times.
I think it's a bot.
No, it's off topic. It seems like it. It's got to be a bot to say I fear a team. That's crazy.
I mean, do they talk about the Venom team? Because you guys might see, if you guys win, you guys will see Wild Boys or Venom.
We got to see Venom or Wild Boys again.
Yeah, that's basically it. Venom or Wild Boys.
We've said this all season. We think like Venom is like the undisciplined version of us. Like we talk shit to them all the time. Talk shit to Steve, but like that's a good team. I literally think they're like us, but they're just so undisciplined. I think every time they either lose because of something that they did wrong. So like you can count on them to shoot themselves in the foot. But I mean, I wouldn't mind playing Wild Boys again. Like it is what it is. But we at the end of the day, we can't look past who we got to play. I know I'm saying I'm not worried about it, but we can't move past. I don't know. We got 3 teams that we could possibly play, and I'm just trying to get through that, man.
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting to see that we may see the same teams that we saw in the in-season tournament in the championship Sunday. I mean, you're talking about just slightly rearranged because now you got Rumplepigs, Macy, Metal Militia potentially if they both win in the semis, and then you got Midwest Jokers versus Wild Boys, and this can potentially see each other too. So it might have flipped the script a little bit who we may see because now you have an in-season tournament rematch between Rumplepigs and Metal Militia in the semis, which is going to be a great game. And then you may see the Midwest versus Wild Boys, which honestly we just seen that game and it was a good game. And I think Wild Boys have some stuff to say.
What was the score then? What was the score of that game?
Yeah, he said good game, Jay. I don't know what he was watching. He was reffing. It was like 27 to 7.
It was 26 to 7, but you guys had a bunch. Let me get this straight. You guys capitalized on those picks.
You're right.
I mean, that's basically it. You guys capitalized on the picks, but it was a hard-fought game. Without those picks, you're in a 1 or 2 score game.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but that's,
you guys capitalized. Exactly.
We put those points
that's
up.
my perspective, though.
I feel you. No, I won't lie. I mean, those first, you're right. But when you're playing against that, like,
Steve,
value.
You were there.
Well, you tell me that kind of score from a team that's trying to go undefeated. That's not a good outing. I don't think.
He threw 3 interceptions.
3 interceptions. 2 of them were pick six.
Now I'm gonna lay this out here because this is something that not many people have talked about.
Right.
I've been trying to give Wild Boys their flowers. I have been giving them their flowers. But the one thing that Wild Boys has not done is they have not played a lot of teams throughout the season. And the first time that they did, they got smacked. They got smacked by Rumplepigs, and then they finally played a winning team, us, then got smacked. And I don't even think they played Militia yet. Like, they have not played none of the top teams that everyone keeps saying that's in the mix. And when they have played them, they have gotten the dog crap beat out of them. I personally think that Wild Boys are frauds, and that's just me. I'm just
Wild Boys
saying
are
they
not in
gotta show they gotta
the record
Shots
is.
fired.
they gotta be somebody, bro. They gotta be
Sebby, that
somebody.
game was not close. That was a blowout.
No, I said that you guys. I felt like it was a hard fought game. I never said it was close. I said it was a hard fought game.
I
Yeah,
videotaped
it
that
it
whole
did get
thing.
good.
You
It was
did though. You
good
did.
for like
Shout out to Steve for
the
doing
first.
that. He went live. Camera guy never
It
showed
was
it.
good for like the first
Jokers ran
three
the ball, saying
possessions.
ran the same play 15 times.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
it's all
I
good.
thought it
They
was.
they like I don't know. I mean, shoot, I did throw a pick too. You know, they gotta stop.
I'm gonna be honest. The match that everybody wants to see is the Jokers versus Venom. Nobody wants to see that blowout with the Wild Boys again. Nobody wants to see that. That's the reason why the Venom always got the most views on any stream.
Oh shit!
Is that true? I never
It
looked.
is true. You look at all the streams, 9 out of 10 weeks, Venom got the most views.
Is it because you guys got the most fan base though? That's at home.
No, it's because people looking for us to do some dumb shit like like Kendrick said.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like
Oh
that's
my
fair.
gosh.
I just feel like you guys. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can't sleep on Wild Boys. I think.
And what's his name? Jeremy. He finally picked us this week. Fucking Only Hands got blew out 30-0.
Oh shit! So you saying if I pick you, you gonna blow the team out?
30-0. They didn't cross the 50.
I said you guys have played well the last couple of weeks.
Only hands is I think only hands is kind of like they're done because like they lost a lot of people last like a week and a half ago. So like
And
they checked out.
that Joker's Venom game, that was a touchdown game, and it happened at the last minute of the game.
Oh shit! Okay.
Dude, if it's Joker's Venom,
Venom. Who did Venom play first?
They got to play Wild Boys.
Okay, so you think you got Wild Boys in the bag then?
Well, the only reason we didn't beat the only reason
he said
the
he got
only
him in the
reason we
bag.
didn't beat Wild Boys in the season is because we got kicked out that game, or we would have already had a win against them.
He said you think you got him in the bag.
I like to talk because
Jay, why you put words in his mouth?
No, it's not words. It's I'm kind of
hey,
off a little bit.
Haven't you learned your lesson? Every time you come on here to talk shit, something bad happens to your team, bro.
You right?
You gotta chill. You gotta chill, man.
Hey, look back at the evidence. Hey, I call Wild Boys. I see that shit going. I can't. I'm gonna watch. I'll be there live streaming that game.
I got it.
So
Hey,
I'll be live streaming that game. Just so you know, I'll be there
like
live streaming.
everyone else watching our games, you gonna be there, and about 200 or 300 other views.
Damn, that's a lot of people. But
we didn't have some of our best players all year long.
Talking to some friends, you know, some flag football homies
are finally healthy.
Where you at right now?
Hold on. So we're
I coach track and field. I'm in state right now.
Oh snap! Well, good luck to your peeps out there.
I appreciate you. You up here in Eastern. Compete tomorrow and Saturday, so I won't be there Saturday for the tournament, but I'll be there Sunday.
Well, it's going to be a good tournament. I mean, there's some big names that are coming out. I mean, it's just going to be a great tournament overall. I'm excited to see everyone come in. But besides that, let's get back. Like, I just want to talk about the comp real quick. Comp has one season left of matchups that can kind of sway it a little bit. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
I'm going to get out of here. I just wanted to talk my stuff. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm going to dip out.
No, you're good, man. Good luck. Good luck.
Hey, appreciate y'all. I'm going to see y'all Sunday.
All right, bro.
Right. Ah, shit. Sorry, man. This shit taking forever. Comp. So
definitely been. It's been wild.
I mean, you got Next Level, who's 8-0 right now.
Yeah.
And you got Dirty Birds, who are 5-7. Well, they should be. No, they should. Yeah, because they have a doubleheader. So they won. They should be 6-2. Oh, man. Sometimes our website does not want to be my friend. I swear to God, man. All right. We'll do this again. But it was good matchups there as well for comp because you got a lot of the standings there is going to be interesting to see because you still got Next Level, you got Dirty Birds, Death Row, all of them in that fight. and then you got the Wolverines at the very bottom that are 0-9. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there that final week, the final matchup. So, and we'll talk more about that um, next week. I mean, we're the podcast next week's gonna be later in the week because I won't be able to do anything until at least Friday. If not, we'll have it on Saturday for the June 2nd games. I just won't be available by talking. I got to be out with the family. But besides that, Elite itself, they're going into it. Dinos and 4TF need to play their last game on June 2nd as well, and they'll be at Olympic Park. They had rescheduled because they had their guys that were playing TPFL with NFE, and they all agreed to just move that game. Unfortunately, shout out to YA, by the way, for winning TPFL. Shout out to Retros for winning D3, and Team TFL winning D1 at TFL as well. I think it was a great football weekend. Shout out to everyone that made their playoffs great. But our stuff's just going to be just as great, and I can't wait to see what happens. And I know that it's going to be a hard fought tournament weekend this coming week. The matchups that we're going to see. Melrose Park has their brand new food truck that they're bringing out there. It's like a food trailer type of thing. They'll be at there right there by um, the gazebo selling food. So I mean, it's going to be a great weekend. Come out, have fun. Make sure you bring cash because it's going to be cash only at the field for that food for them. I'll try my best to help people out. In the morning, we got the 5v5s on Saturday. It's just a weekend. It's going to be our annual tournament. We're just going to keep doing what we keep doing in the league. We're going to keep showing everyone what we put on and just continue doing that. So don't forget as well to sign up for summer. If you're at the tournament, you're captain, come out to the field. If you sign up your team at the field, you get $100 off your league fee for summer. Um, you're gonna be out there. Sign up, save yourself some money. I mean, thanks to combined insurance, we're able to do this. Try to capitalize on it, as well as if you pay in full, you get that 200 at the field off. So shout out there. I will want to say shout out to Field Action Media. He's gonna be there as well. He's gonna do a little pop up. He's gonna take some headshots and photos. As you saw those NFE photos of the ball, you get those at the field from Memorial Day Classic. He'll be at the field, so make sure to look out for him as well, because that's going to be one of our key guys this weekend. Remember that people that you want to look for to hire for photography this weekend is Shots by Jonesy. You want to make sure to hit him up, and Spider Visuals and Field Action Media. Those will be the approved credentials that can work the event, and people can hire them all through the weekend. But if you do see them, make sure to point out them. They'll have their passes on them. Look for the cameras. It's going to be a fun field. We'll be live too. So if you don't want to be at the field early, you want to see what's going on, we'll be updating scores as we go. But besides that, it's just going to be an overall great tournament weekend. I'm excited to see what happens. Come out, eat some food, hang out with everyone, watch some great games happen because the matchups do not disappoint this time around. I know Jeremy 4TF is right there with everyone. We're talking about Memorial Day a little bit as we're finishing off our show because we're going to have a whole segment on first week of playoffs again and talk about that. I just wanted to go over this past week, but even the league overall, I mean, there's so much going on, even going into summer. Unfortunately, Comp had to push back a little bit with their championship and kind of overlap summer for a week. But that was a questionable week, anyways, which is June 16th, was Father's Day. Comp has to finish their playoffs on Father's Day due to, unfortunately, some scheduling conflicts that we had early on in the season. But it's going to be a great couple weeks. But one thing I love about that, being the second seed low key is better being the first. It could be, you just never know. You never know what matchups you're going to get. But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see overall. I mean, Jeremy, we've seen this tournament. We've been at this tournament each year. We've seen you guys win it. We've seen New Wave win it multiple times. New Wave has won it two times already. They won it the year I broke my ankle, which was the first year we had it, which was at over there. And then the second year we had 4TF win it, correct?
Yeah.
And then we had New Wave win it again. because we started the first. What was in 2021?
Yeah.
The first tournament was in
But
21.
was it? Didn't we have two? We had rec and pro in the first year, right? Correct.
We did, and Hammer won that
Hammer
one as
won it.
well.
Yeah, Hammer won it, and
Yeah,
New
and
Wave.
then we went to the one field thing
And
instead of doing
then
the multiples.
Rock Nation, I think, were at the time, or were we Dream Team at the time, won 5-man that.
I want to say Dream Team won it. So, and then we've seen that even. So, 5-man winners have been pretty decent. What, 2 years ago, we had a one of those put together random Northfield teams that made it all the way to the ship, and I think they lost to. Well, I think it was OTF or someone.
Yeah.
No, it was the Wranglers. They lost to the Wranglers, which was the
Oh, that's
Marine,
right. That was yeah. Oh, that was the
the
team that was
Marino
put together by Kenny and
Tony.
them, right?
Yeah,
Tony or Kenny.
yeah. This year, Marino is not one of our sponsors, however. But shout out to them though, and just in general, it's been man. That's 4TF 7 hour gap is
I was
insane. Yeah,
gonna say something about that. That is
I
crazy. But
mean,
you know
we
what?
talked about it a little bit early, but like, here's the thing, dude. It was a draft tournament. I mean, we made that clear. Paying when you paid had an impact on that. Unfortunately, people get bumped, and I
And
can't
it has
control
nothing
it.
to do. It has well, you know what? Like I said, pay late, whatever your pick. Um, I think we talked about it a little bit after the draft when me and you kind of went over the 4TF 7 hour gap. It was more like a couple of the teams, VGs, us, and New Wave kind of wanted to play in that first hour gap. Well, unfortunately, if you play in that first hour gap, you're going to be playing each other. When it was our turn to pick, I believe that we picked against a team instead of a slot. Again, I think that kind of affected where we ended up in the end at the beginning and at the end of the day. That's the reason for the 7 hour draft or 7 hour gap, and it sucks, unfortunately. But this is why you gotta pay attention when you draft, and where you're going to be. Kind of try to play out scenarios in your head before you get to that draft. You kind of have to, because in the draft, people can bump you, people can move you, and unfortunately, like happened to 4TF, now we're playing in the beginning and we're playing at the end of the night. It's a big people can go to work for that 7 hour gap and come back and still play a game. So it's crazy. And we'll see what happens. But like I said, I mean, it's a tournament. So they got to play two games regardless, whether it's in the beginning or end of the night, they still got to play two games. We're in our hometown, so we can go home, we can go places and relax for a little bit and come back to the game. So that actually kind of helps us as well too.
Yeah, I mean, before I get into Alex, I know that Kendra said you just had surgery, so I hope you're doing good, man, and your recovery is going good. So good luck with that, and I know you'll probably be watching all weekend long at home. So have a good recovery there, and that kind of explains that. I mean, overall, the tournament itself, I think the matchups are really good. I mean, we're going to see a lot of really good games, and I'm really interested to see because only 5 make it to the top bracket. So the money bracket is only 5 teams. The bottom 3 play for a half bid, a consolidation prize, basically. It's our torch bowl. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Now, remind you, tomorrow all the rosters are due. We make the rosters public every time. So I'm interested to see who plays where. I don't know about that answer about Padron, but like it's gonna be interesting to see who's on whose teams because I heard there's gonna be some surprises on these rosters that no one's gonna expect. And from what I'm told, everyone is loading up. Everyone, all across the board, from the elite teams to the rec to the in between. I don't think you can't count out anyone. I think it's going to be good football all weekend long. But I want to remind everyone too: make sure you look at the rules this weekend. You know the rules are gonna be they're there. They're on our website because there's a rule that can benefit you, and then you can even benefit yourself more
The
with
camera.
it. The camera. And Jeremy, like we talked about last week, we ended up switching that wording out where if you have your TCC, the other team doesn't get that challenge as well.
Makes sense.
Um, it did make sense. I mean, that was straight how it was, but like that basically it. I mean, it's going to be interesting how we use that new tool. My goal is to have our best quality out there. I'm going to be in the box. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'll say hi to everyone. We'll get going, but we're going to be working this weekend, so I'll be there. I'll be in that box. I got things to do. I got people to see. There's not going to be real out of walking around for me. We're going to be working. We're
Stuck
going
in
to
the
be putting in a
box.
product. Right. So if you need to talk to me, find me at the box. I'm gonna have my guys helping me out at the field. Be respectful, be smart. If you're coming out, the mayor, I was told the mayor might come out for Melrose Park to the event,
Uh,
and then so he might be out there because I know that he was really excited to know about the flag that has been going on, because we're trying to do bigger things with Melrose. So the mayor is going in there. They're putting on that food concession stand because they want to just look out for everyone, take care of it, put it on a good product, help us out as well. So, I mean, it's just when the villages are getting involved and everything like that, we know it's going to be a great event. So just be smart out there. As well, I was told that there's going to be some interesting people that might sign up or be a part of it on some teams. So be on the lookout for certain things. That's all I got to say. I can't really say too much more than that because I don't know if they're actually going to be there. But the captains know. So you ask your captain. Besides that, it's going to be a great weekend. I don't have much else to say. I mean, Jeremy, do you got anything that you kind of want to chime in about this weekend? I
no,
mean,
I kind of want to know what you know a little bit about some of these teams. I think it's going to be fun. There's going to be teams that are, like you said, that ramping up all the way down from top to bottom. So we should see a good tournament. We should see some good games. And yeah, man, good luck to every team. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and let's have an awesome tournament.
yeah, I mean, that's all we can say, man. Is that good luck to everyone. Good luck this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. You're going to see a lot of stuff. Just so you guys know, I know everything's pretty set up for the rec in the following week. I'm not going to be too much available between Monday to about Thursday mid afternoon. I am taking some family time during that portion. I will be available by text, but it might be some delays. But it's that time of year where we gotta
Send me
take
send
care of
me
the
your
family.
questions. I'll make sure that they get
Right.
to them,
So
or I'll answer them.
if you blow me up, just know I might
Denied
not be
everything.
around till later. I might be not be answering till later, but I just want to get people after big tournaments and the way we're stretches. And the kids just graduated preschool. You know how it is. End of school. Going to take care of our family before we get back into getting busy with our playoffs, our championships, our tournaments that are coming up.
Yeah, we got some
Got
good
some
weeks
crazy
coming
stuff. I
forward.
mean,
Yeah,
overall, I mean, the league, dude, I'm excited to see how this summer plans out because this can be a really big money summer for not just Northfield, for everyone. And I think a lot of people are going to capitalize on it. And I hope everyone plays in multiple leagues so we all capitalize on the money. That's all I got
yeah,
to say
100%,
because
man. These
that's
these
it.
payouts have been
Insane.
nice. So
I mean, we can only get so much. You can only do so much, and when we can do that, it's just going to be even better out there. I mean, that's the reason why we do it, putting that teams out the rec divisions for summer. Um, we'll get
you
into
know,
it. Do you want me? I
they
mean, I
don't
can
they
tell
don't play
you.
this week, right? Wild Boys
No,
Venom.
no,
No. So I got a week to figure it out. You're looking good though, Steve. So keep it up over there. It might
yeah.
be
So
the
we got some new teams. We got some new teams coming into rec already signed up. SOB, Fallen Angels, A Town Spartans coming back. I know Mamba's talked a little bit. Uh, We got who else was it?
Oh,
Damn,
so question before we
the
move on.
Ducks, Midwest Ducks. Go ahead
Rosters wise, you said they're gonna be. Is everyone gonna be able to see them, or are you just giving them to the captains?
for the tournament.
Tournament.
Everyone will be see. It will be posted on the Facebook page with the graphics. It's just No, it's rec, comp, and open. Open is only 6 games because of the major cash payout. I mean, you're talking we're starting off at 5 teams and below at 3K, which is crazy in general. And then every 2 teams we go up a K, up to 12. So if we get say 12 teams in there, that's a 7K cash prize.
Are
If
we
we get
saying that this summer is
eight
going to be
teams,
popping? Because there hasn't been a
I
real
mean, and
really
here's the
good
thing.
summer in a while.
Dude, so I think summer's going to be insane. I think traveling, I think with the money that's here, a lot of teams may not opt in to travel as much. I think that overall comp's going to be fun. Summer's rec's going to be fun. I think Open's going to be fun. I think the tournaments are going to be fun. I mean, dude, I don't
Isn't
know. Dude.
and also we have the big tournament coming up. The next tournament we have right in July. So
That's the big one. Yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
talking about. So I
yeah.
mean, I
So
think it's just going to be the next couple weeks. We're just going to be full June. It's going to be insane, and it's
yeah,
all I got to say. June is going to be insane. We have a big weekend almost every weekend. So we have June 2nd. We got the rec playoffs, which have incredible matchups there.
right.
June 9th, we have the rec championship. We got elite all tournament. Then you got comp playoffs starting on the June 9th, and then you got June 16th, you got the comp championship and some summer teams starting up. Then you have full blown summer starts the week following, and then you get into 4th of July, and then you get into the Midwest Elite Showdown. So
So
we're
the comp
literally,
championship is the last championship of spring.
yeah, basically. So Rec's going to be at Melrose Park in the morning before Elite for that on the 9th. So Rec's gonna be there. Then it's gonna go elite the rest of the day, and
Okay.
then you're gonna have comp at Olympic. So
Okay.
it's gonna be bang, 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 and then even going into summer. So it's gonna be a lot of games going a lot of everywhere. And that's why I say you just gotta. Right now is my zone to rejuice before we get into Flag Madness. That's why I called it this season because it's just been Flag Madness everywhere we look. If it's here, if it's there, at any like I don't know, man. Everyone's just going crazy with flag. It's the best way to put it. But we're gonna cancel out today. We'll see everyone this weekend at the fields. See you guys on the lives. We hope to include you guys at home during the live streams. So keep an eye out for those pop-ups where if you want to get in, talk some football while we're watching football. If you're looking for shout-outs, let us know. All that will be available this weekend at Serpico Field. So tune in or come out, check it out. Walk out. We'll be there from 8 a.m. all the way till 9 o'clock on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're actually going to be kicking stuff off at 10 o'clock because Melrose told us that we got to start a little bit later on Sunday. But we'll be kicking stuff off on Sunday at 10, which I don't think is a bad thing because too early in the morning after staying late at night, I think everyone would appreciate that if they end up being those seats. So we'll see everyone there and have a great tournament and good luck to everyone here in Chicago and West Virginia.
Have a good one.